Have you ever wondered why that relationship didn't work, no matter how hard you tried? You poured your heart, your soul, and everything you had into relationships, yet they fell apart. Why? It's not because you failed, it's because you're chosen. And being chosen means walking a path that isn't always understood by those around you, even those closest to your heart. When we say chosen one, it's not a fleeting or superficial label, it's a divine identity. To be chosen by God means you carry the essence of His purpose in your soul. It means your life is a tapestry, woven carefully with the threads of His will. Your existence isn't a coincidence. You were designed with a purpose, a mission that only you can fulfill. And that purpose? It's etched into your spirit, written long before you ever took your first breath. Recognizing yourself as a chosen one means acknowledging that there's something greater than the physical reality in front of you. It means you are a reflection of God Himself, made in His image, crafted to bring His light into a dark world. But this realization doesn't come easily for many. It takes spiritual awakening, a peeling back of the layers of self-doubt, and a deep connection with the divine to see yourself as you truly are. As a chosen one, you are set apart. You are meant to rise above the mundane, the ordinary, and the distractions of this world. You are here to operate on a higher frequency, one that aligns with God's will. The moment you embrace this truth, everything changes. Your perspective shifts. What used to matter loses its significance, and what's truly valuable, your mission, your calling, becomes crystal clear. But it's not just about recognizing your divinity, it's about stepping into it with full faith and power. When you see yourself as God sees you, you begin to move differently. You walk with a new authority, knowing that you have been chosen not by man, but by the Creator Himself. This changes how you approach your life, your relationships, and your decisions. Remember, being chosen means you were hand-picked. There's no randomness in this. Out of millions, God saw you. He saw your potential, your heart, and your capacity to carry out His work. The world may try to convince you otherwise, but you must stand firm in your identity. You are chosen, and that is a divine appointment. Being chosen means you don't conform to the patterns of this world. You are called to transform it. Whether it's through your kindness, your leadership, your spiritual gifts, or your words of wisdom, you have been chosen to be a vessel for God's work. But it's not always easy to live in this truth. That's why we're here today, to remind you of your divine calling and to equip you to walk fully in it. But let's talk about the weight that comes with being chosen. This isn't an easy path. There's a misconception that once you realize your divine calling, life will be smooth. Far from it. In fact, the moment you step into your calling, the challenges increase. It's not because you're being punished, but because there's spiritual opposition to what you're destined to achieve. The truth is, being chosen comes with its own set of trials. You'll face loneliness because not everyone can walk this path with you. People won't understand your decisions, your spiritual growth, or your need for solitude. Some may even ridicule or distance themselves from you. This is the sacrifice that comes with the calling. But remember, you're never truly alone. God walks this path with you every step of the way. Heartbreak is another burden carried by the chosen ones. You may lose people along the way. Friends, lovers, even family members. Relationships that once seemed vital to your happiness may fall apart. It's heartbreaking but necessary. God has a higher purpose for you, and sometimes that means removing anything or anyone that distracts you from fulfilling that mission. The pain of losing relationships is real, but the growth that follows is divine. Being chosen also means battling your inner demons. The spiritual warfare you face is on a different level because you're not just fighting for yourself. You're fighting for your purpose. There will be days when you doubt yourself, when the weight of the world feels unbearable. But those are the moments when you must turn to God, leaning on His strength, not your own. It's essential to understand that your challenges are not signs of failure. Instead, they're indications of your divine status. The enemy wouldn't fight so hard if you weren't destined for greatness. Every obstacle is a stepping stone to your ascension, and every battle you fight brings you closer to the fulfillment of your divine purpose. In the end, the weight of being chosen isn't meant to break you, It's meant to refine you. Just like gold is purified in the fire, your trials are purifying you, making you stronger, more resilient, and more aligned with God's plan. When you come out on the other side, you'll be shining brighter than ever before, ready to fully step into the purpose for which you were chosen. Relationships. We've all been there, questioning what went wrong, agonizing over why something that felt so right ended in pain. But here's the truth many of us overlook. It didn't work because you chose the relationship, not God. It may have felt right in the moment, but God saw what you couldn't. He saw the unseen forces, the hidden intentions, and He knew that this relationship would only hinder your divine path. When you're chosen, you can't just align yourself with anyone. The people you allow into your life must be in harmony with your divine purpose. If they're not, the relationship will crumble, no matter how hard you try to hold it together. God's plan always prevails, and if someone is not meant for you, He will remove them for your own protection. Sometimes it's not even about the other person. It's about the lessons you needed to learn. Maybe that relationship was meant to teach you something about yourself, to help you grow, to strengthen your faith, or to redirect you toward your higher calling. Every relationship serves a purpose, even the ones that break your heart. The pain of losing someone you loved is real, but you must trust that God's plan is greater than your temporary discomfort. He doesn't remove people from your life without reason. The relationships that didn't work were part of your preparation, not your punishment. They were part of your journey, not your destination. It's easy to look back and wonder, what if? But what if that relationship had worked? What if it had continued to distract you from your purpose? What if it had kept you from the blessings God has in store for you? The end of that relationship was a divine redirection, not a rejection. This is a tough pill to swallow, but once you accept that God is in control, it brings peace. It brings the understanding that you are being guided, even when you don't see the full picture. And while it may hurt now, there will come a day when you look back and thank God for closing that door. This topic is brought to you by Gislan, one of our Star Chamber members, who is fighting his own battle with a difficult relationship. Gislan, you've shown incredible courage and grace in the face of adversity. Your strength is a testament to what it means to be a true chosen one. You are walking the path of truth, and even when the road feels lonely, know that your resilience is a light that inspires others. We see you holding your head high, remaining steadfast in your journey, and trusting that every step is leading you closer to the blessings God has prepared. We are with you, cheering for you, and proud of the strength you bring to this community. Your story is a reminder that even in the face of hardship, a true chosen one never falters. For all those watching, if you want to be part of a community where your voice and story matter, consider joining the Obsidian Inner Order Star Chamber. This isn't just about supporting Astral Atom. It's about joining a growing family of over 200 like-minded chosen ones who are sharing their struggles, triumphs, and insights. You'll also gain access to our exclusive Discord server, where we discuss topics too real and too uncensored for YouTube, and where you can connect directly with the creators behind Astral Atom and Obsidian. Plus, you'll receive pre-release chapters of modern manifestation mechanics and other content designed to empower you on your journey. If you want to shape the future of Astral Atom and have your story heard, the link is in the description. There are only a few slots left in the Star Chamber, so act now and step into your role as a guiding force for this movement. Don't miss this chance. Your destiny awaits. God sees what we can't. While we're looking at someone's outward appearance or their charm, God is looking at their heart. He sees the hidden motives, the unresolved traumas, the potential harm they could bring into your life. When He steps in and ends a relationship, it's because He's protecting you from something you aren't aware of. Have you ever felt that inexplicable feeling of unease, even when everything seemed perfect on the surface? That's your spirit warning you, trying to guide you away from danger. And when you ignore those signs, God intervenes in ways that can be painful but necessary. His love for you is so great that He won't allow you to stay in a relationship that could destroy your soul. Divine intervention often feels like rejection, but it's actually a form of divine protection. When God removes someone from your life, He's saving you from heartbreak down the road. He's saving you from the spiritual damage that person could cause. Trust that God sees the bigger picture, even when it doesn't make sense to you at the moment. And here's the most important part. When God removes someone, it's because He has someone better in mind. That relationship ended because it wasn't part of your divine path. God is preparing someone who will align with your purpose, someone who will support your calling, someone who will bring out the best in you, not the worst. Divine intervention may feel like loss, but it's actually the beginning of something greater. It's God's way of clearing the path for what's truly meant for you. When you trust His plan, you'll see that every closed door is a blessing in disguise. You'll realize that the relationship that didn't work was a stepping stone toward the relationship that will. Healing is a journey, and it's not always linear. When a relationship ends, it can feel like a part of you is missing. But that's because you've been giving pieces of yourself away, pouring your energy into something that wasn't aligned with your divine purpose. Now, it's time to reclaim those pieces, to gather your strength, and to begin the process of healing. Healing is not about forgetting the past, it's about learning from it. It's about taking the lessons, the wisdom, and the strength you've gained and using them to propel yourself forward. The pain of a broken relationship is real, but it doesn't have to define you. You are more than the heartache you've endured. Letting go is a critical part of the healing process. It's tempting to hold on to the past, to replay old memories, and wonder what could have been. But when you hold on to what's no longer serving you, you're blocking the blessings that are waiting for you. Letting go is an act of faith. It's trusting that God has something greater in store for you. This journey of healing requires patience and self-compassion. You may have days when you feel strong, and others when the pain feels fresh again. That's okay. Healing is a process, and it's different for everyone. But know this, each day you're moving closer to the person you're meant to become. Your healing is not just for you, it's for your purpose. As you heal, you're being prepared for the next chapter of your life. You're being prepared for the relationships, opportunities, and blessings that are aligned with your divine mission. Don't rush the process. Trust that each step is necessary. Once the healing process has begun, it's time to refocus on your purpose. The end of a relationship is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of a new chapter, one where you are fully aligned with God's plan for your life. Now, more than ever, it's important to move forward with intention. This is your time to rediscover who you are, to reconnect with your higher self, and to realign with the divine mission you've been chosen for. The distractions are gone, the noise has quieted, and now you can hear God's voice more clearly. He's calling you to step into the fullness of who you were always meant to be. Moving forward means no longer looking back. It means releasing any lingering attachments to the past and focusing on the path ahead. It means no longer trying to force relationships that aren't meant to be, but instead, opening yourself up to the relationships that will support your growth and your purpose. Your future is bright, but you must be willing to let go of the past in order to step into it. God's plan for you is far greater than anything you could imagine. When you trust Him, when you surrender to His will, you'll find that everything falls into place. The right people, the right opportunities, the right blessings, they're all waiting for you. The path of a chosen one is not a straight line. It twists, turns, and sometimes feels like it's leading you away from your destiny. But that's just the beauty of God's process. It's designed to strengthen, shape, and prepare you in ways you could never predict. Trusting this process requires a deep level of faith, especially when life feels uncertain or overwhelming. Being chosen means you're going through a unique divine process that others around you may not understand. While they may seem to breeze through life, your journey is filled with obstacles meant to refine you. But don't mistake the challenges as punishment. No, they are preparation. Every hurdle, every closed door, and every heartbreak is positioning you closer to the divine plan God has for you. It's easy to feel frustrated when things don't go according to your plan, but that's because your plan is limited to your current understanding. God's plan, however, is perfect and far-reaching. His timing is not just about when you're ready, it's about when the world is ready for you. Trust that every delay is designed to bring you into alignment with divine timing. Faith is the fuel that keeps you going when the road gets tough. It's what allows you to move forward, even when you don't have all the answers. Trusting God's process means believing that even in the silence, He is working behind the scenes for your good. It means surrendering control and letting Him take the lead. Sometimes the process will be painful. You'll feel the weight of loneliness, the sting of rejection, and the pressure of responsibilities that seem too heavy to bear. But remember, God never gives you more than you can handle. If He's placed a burden on your shoulders, it's because He knows you have the strength to carry it. And not just carry it, but grow from it. Your journey as a chosen one is sacred. It's a pilgrimage toward your higher purpose, and each step is guided by divine wisdom. Even the moments that feel like setbacks are part of the plan. They are detours designed to teach you lessons, to build your character, and to prepare you for what's coming next. Keep in mind, God's process doesn't always look like what we expect. Sometimes, the greatest breakthroughs come after the longest periods of silence. Just when you feel like giving up, God shows up in a way that leaves you speechless. He doesn't follow our timelines, but His timing is always perfect. Trust that He will make everything beautiful in its own time. As you journey through God's process, one of the most powerful tools you can wield is gratitude. It's easy to focus on what's not working, on the relationships that didn't last, or the opportunities that fell through. But gratitude shifts your perspective. It reminds you of what's still present in your life, and that even in times of loss, there is abundance. Take a moment and look around. What blessings do you still have? Maybe it's your family, your health, or the friends who stood by you when things got tough. These are the gifts God has placed in your life to remind you that you are never without. Gratitude opens your heart to receive more of what God has in store for you. Focusing on the future doesn't mean ignoring the present. It means understanding that what's happening now is shaping you for what's coming. Instead of dwelling on what you've lost, concentrate on what you've gained. The lessons, the strength, the resilience. Every trial has made you stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your purpose. Gratitude also helps you remain patient. When you trust that God has a plan, you don't need to rush the process. You don't need to worry about missed opportunities or doors that have closed. Gratitude allows you to rest in the assurance that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Remember, your journey isn't just about achieving your goals. It's about becoming the person you're meant to be. And that process requires you to stay focused on your divine purpose, not on the distractions around you. Keep your eyes fixed on the vision God has placed in your heart, and trust that He will guide you every step of the way. So shift your focus from what you've lost to what you still have. Give thanks for the blessings in your life, no matter how small they may seem. When you live with a heart of gratitude, you'll find that God continues to pour His favor and blessings into your life, opening doors you never even knew existed. To the single chosen ones, this message is for you. You may be walking through a season of singleness, wondering if God has forgotten about your desire for companionship. But let me assure you, this season is not a punishment. It's a preparation. God is using this time to work on you, to heal you, and to position you for the right person at the right time. Singleness is a sacred season. It's a time for deep self-reflection, for strengthening your relationship with God, and for growing into the person you were always meant to be. Don't rush through it. This is your opportunity to heal from past wounds, to build your character and to become the best version of yourself. Too often we see singleness as a state of lacking, but it's actually a time of abundance. You have the freedom to focus on your personal growth, to invest in your passions, and to deepen your spiritual connection with God. Use this time wisely. Don't settle for less than what you deserve just to fill a temporary void. The right person will come, and when they do, they will appreciate you for who you truly are. Remember, being chosen means you can't align yourself with just anyone. Your partner must be someone who complements your purpose, someone who understands your divine calling and supports your mission. This kind of relationship requires patience. It's worth waiting for someone who sees your worth, who loves you for your heart, your values, and your spirit. This time of waiting isn't about proving yourself to others, it's about proving yourself to yourself. It's about standing firm in your identity as a chosen one and refusing to settle for anything less than God's best. If someone doesn't align with your vision or your purpose, let them go. Trust that God has someone perfectly designed for you. In this season, focus on your healing. Let go of any past relationships that have left you broken or wounded. You don't need to carry that baggage into your future. Trust that God is working in your heart, healing the parts of you that have been hurt, and preparing you for a love that will honor and uplift you. Patience is a virtue, and in this season, it's your greatest ally. It's easy to become discouraged when it feels like everyone around you is finding love, but remember, God's timing is not the same as ours. He's preparing someone for you who will match your spirit, your energy, and your mission. But you must be willing to wait. Perseverance is key. This journey may feel long, but hold on to your faith. Continue to trust that God is working, even when you don't see the results immediately. Keep nurturing your character, your morals, and your integrity. These are the qualities that will attract the right person into your life. It's tempting to lower your standards when you've been waiting for so long, but don't give in to that temptation. You are chosen. You are divine. And that means you deserve someone who recognizes that divinity in you. Someone who will honor your values, respect your boundaries, and cherish your heart. In the meantime, live your life fully. Don't wait for a relationship to bring you happiness. Find joy in your own company, in your friendships, in your work, and in your relationship with God. When you are whole on your own, you won't need someone else to complete you. Instead, you'll be ready to share your wholeness with the right person. Waiting is hard, but it's also a test of your faith. Do you trust God enough to wait for His best? Do you believe that He has something greater in store for you? If the answer is yes, then keep persevering. Keep trusting. Keep waiting with a heart full of expectation. The right person will come. They will see you, value you, and love you for the incredible person you are. But until then, stay strong, stay patient, and most of all, stay true to who you are as a chosen one. And finally, never forget, you are chosen. God has a bigger plan for you, a destiny greater than anything you can imagine. Keep moving forward, trust the process, and watch as God's hand leads you to success, love, and fulfillment. Stay blessed, chosen ones.